You doing the morning sampling? Okay. Hi. Good morning, Gray. Whoops, I'm trying to get that door. You ready for your chicken? Okay. Here you go. Nice clean bowl of chicken. Everybody's doing good. I haven't seen Morris yet. Stripe is probably back in the garage asleep in his chair. He was in the chair in the dining room in the house all night. Didn't move, didn't meow, didn't cause no problems. But after he ate a little bit, he came out, and he's either in the front yard doing his sabbatical, or he went back to sleep in his chair in the garage, one of the two. Morris came down yesterday morning pretty quick, so I think he'll be here in a second. It's my pretty girl. And there's Mr. Man. Eating his chicken. I like your enthusiasm for breakfast, Panther. Hi. Hello. Oh, I don't know how much they're going to need their heating pads today, but they're on. It's going to get up close to 80. And it's looking really pretty this morning. Supposed to be sunny. Not partly sunny, but sunny. I'll take it. Morris did show up out back. That's good. Tuxie, they left you to hold down the fort, bud. Hi. Hi. Yeah, all the other backyard guys, I guess they ate and went up the hill, or they ate and went into the front yard. Something. I like how she greets me in the morning. Good morning, Ruby. So I turned on minimum lane change this morning, and I'm on average. I double checked, and Ruby has tried to get left a couple of times now, and I am over the speed limit here despite the fact that people are blowing past me. That's just how it is in the morning. It's just, people are nuts. Anyway, I guess when it's a little wide open, maybe some people are still on spring break this week or taking vacation this week. It's a little less traffic out here, so it's moving a little faster than normal in the morning. But anyway, what I was going to say is she's tried to get left twice now, and I've jerked her out of autopilot to, you know, follow the route to get, you know, prepared for my upcoming lane change onto Wilmington Street, which I'm going to point out again is a right-hand turn, so why would I ever be getting left? And she's certainly not getting me left because I'm behind traffic that's, you know, too slow. I would say in the .6 release, possibly that minimum lane changes thing is being honored less than it was before. Now she slowed there for the speed limit change, and I immediately bumped it back up because in that particular speed limit change, people don't just automatically see it and slow down. Matter of fact, I would go so far as to say, as unless the light is red, they don't even think about slowing down for the speed limit change there. So, yeah, I continue to have disengagements I wouldn't have if navigation wasn't doing crazy things about, you know, when I say minimum lane changes, I mean like, leave me, is she gonna stop or not stop? Well, I'm good with that. She didn't stop there. That was probably the right answer. Thanks for not throwing me into the windshield, Ruby. I appreciate it. You know, when we say that, we just mean it was a very abrupt, uncomfortable for the human stop, not, you know, obviously throwing me into the windshield. But when I say minimum lane changes, I mean unless traffic is like 10 below the speed limit, or there's an obstruction in my lane, or you really need to get over because we're within, say, 2 miles of my turn, and I'm in the wrong lane, and we know I'm in the wrong lane. I have a Model Y coming up behind me, midnight silver metallic. Actually, it's blue. you know, then don't change lanes. So I have it set. I'm making a right-hand turn, and you're trying to put me in the left lane 6 miles away from it to get ready. That does not meet my definition of minimum lane change. And I'm just making these comments because I think this is fixable. I think it's a little thing. I think, you know, they can make an adjustment here. It's just user feedback about how we can make it better. And I had this thought this morning that I wondered, are we trying to make FSD the safest, most, you know, best car out on the road, or are we trying to appease the human driver behind the wheel so that they have a comfort level that the car is handling things for them? Or that's just a brilliant move. Yeah. How about don't turn there and go down to the next stoplight? That's what I would have done. I would have gone to the next stoplight and turned there if I had to do that maneuver. Or are we trying to worry about the human drivers and other cars on the road? I mean, there are so many things to consider, right, about how to handle this. I tweeted Elon. I couldn't help it. I said that Ruby and I are having an argument every morning on the way to work about a lane change that's she starts having issues with 11 miles away from the actual turn and moves me left when I'm going to be going right. And navigation is killing FSD. It's causing the vast majority of my disengagements. I know he won't see it, and somebody's probably already working on it, but it made me feel a little bit better tweeting it. So, there. Isn't that what everyone should do after they drop their kid off at school before they finish driving home, is tweet Elon? Yeah, something like that. So I'm going to head to the house because we get to do planting stuff today. Dawn is so thrilled. Not. I just came past Mineral Springs, and the town is closing Main Street for a couple hours today to do storm repair work at Mineral Springs Park. I think I had said that basically the park did what it was supposed to do. It flooded, it went over its banks or whatever. It kept the water for the springs in the park. But I guess there was some damage to the bridge, the wall, the spring area, and whatever that is, they're going to go in there and fix it and then be ready for next time. So I saw a whole bunch of town employees, trucks, must have been 10, 15 vehicles down there getting ready to begin the work. So hopefully it's not a big deal. They'll knock it out and the park will be all ready for its normal summer, springtime, holiday season glory down there. It is one of the nicer spots in downtown. Come a little closer. You look like you're scared of me. Okay, now that's too close. Dawn agreed to help me plant my plants, and I agreed we wouldn't walk today.
Right.
I was trying to give back a little bit while taking away some.
Yeah.
And we're going to get my plants out from under the house too. Yeah. Johnny doesn't get picked up till 2:15 today. He's staying late to make up one of his weightlifting classes for a Friday that he missed. And he's got to do some extra stuff for art to stay on track with completing his drawing assignments. He's doing all the right things.
Yeah, yeah.
So that gives us some extra time to work. Did I say work? I didn't mean to use the word. To have fun playing outside in the dirt.
That's right. There's nothing involved dirt that is not work. There's no such thing.
Anyway, thank you for helping me.
Yes,
I need the help. I can't dig holes the way I used to. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could. If I could still swing the mattocks and press down on the top of the shovel and not hurt myself and I mean, it's either dig them for me or listen to me whine for 3 or 4 days and have to rub my feet extra. I think digging the holes for me is the right way to go. Have I convinced you yet?
Don't worry, sweetie. We're going to take care of it. We're going to get your holes done.
Oh, thank you for settling there. The problem I'm having is that I have 2 tuxedo cats that want to help in the yard today. And it's really only helpful if one helps at a time. I don't care which one. Probably Tux could use some outside attention. So I really don't want Dawn to do the math, but there's 5 pots, and I really want this thing that's in the blue pot, which is a piece of wisteria, in the ground in front of that pole with the weather station on it. So that's 6 holes. I'm gonna be in trouble. So right now we're getting all the plants out from under the house, and this is easily not Dawn's favorite yearly task, the out in the spring and the in the fall. We tell the story every year about how this plant was at IBM for a really long time, this and the ficus. And obviously it's thirsty, so we'll be watering it. And it's been, we've had it since the 90s. And I'm just not willing to let it go. He did give me a thumbs up. It was heavy. It was a bear to get past the hot water heater. Yay, that's the last of them.
Yeah, I think this is.
All right, you're being filmed. You have permission to do it now. You know I'm clowning with him, right?
He likes to make sure he catches this for that world's funniest video.
Right, exactly.
$1,000.
We're trying to take out the tulip poplar. It came apart. I think your hook came off. It rotted, the cable.
Yeah, well, it was old.
Yeah. We're pulling out the tulip poplar, number 1, because we talked about doing that a couple of years ago when it got to a certain height. We were enjoying it, but it's getting too big. And we're gonna put my new pygmy dwarf Japanese maple that likes sun in that spot. He told me not to buy him a new, they had one at Guardian Angel yesterday. Off the side of the road, I see it's that scrap piece. Over the years, Dawn has pulled many a tree, shrub, privet, whatever out of the ground with the GMC. There's plenty of other videos where on days we was out working in the yards where he's hauled things out of the ground with it. Someday you'd be hauling something out of the ground with the Cybertruck. But until that time comes, why? Because I'm filming you?
Yeah. Don't know what it's like to do everything on camera. That makes you screw up. You gotta be.
Well, I'm waiting for my $10,000 America's Funniest Home Video. You just don't get hurt, because they won't publish things where somebody gets hurt. And plus, I need you for, you know, another 30 years, so. You know, if we'd have just cut it off at the ground, it snapped. Maybe we got enough of it that it's helpful. It's got a pretty good bit of root. Yeah, it got a pretty good bit of root, because you know if we hadn't have done that, you got a pretty good bit of root.
There is no, you know, it either gets what it gets, because human can't pull that up.
No.
That's all I got.
Well, we just knew we couldn't just cut it off at the ground. The tree would have just grown right back in that spot. And it's a good bit of root. That's over a foot, 18 inches.
Yeah, I mean.
Yep, that's good. I'm happy.
It is what it is.
The snap that I heard made me concerned, but I'm not concerned anymore. I see this one piece went off to the side. We probably will try to get that out with the Maddox or something. There it is. Wish us luck with it. I need to water it, but it's installed. It won't grow into the ground, even though there's holes in the bottom of the pot. So if we decide we want to raise it up or move it someplace else, or we've got options, but I think that was a good choice over the tulip poplar that was there, which we like tulip poplars. It's just too close to the driveway and getting too big. It was pretty while it was. The buckeye, Dawn's sister gave us the seed. There's one here and there's one out there with an orange flag. We put bricks around them. We planted the azalea and the rhododendron I had. Dawn's gonna build a real planter, but that maple was in a one. Whoa! I almost my foot went in a hole. Phew, that was scary. It didn't twist my ankle, it just startled me. We're gonna build a planter around that, or buy another big pot, or probably build a planter. We're just trying it out how we like there. We kind of got a triangle between this end of the porch, the other end of the porch, and the bridge. That's actually the same maple as that is at the bridge. The deciduous azalea is waiting for me to plant it there, and the elderberry is back there waiting for me to plant it. I'll do that most likely when I come home. But if I don't leave, I'll be late for Johnny. And then you guys saw the Japanese maple off the driveway. Don is doing a few last minute things. I asked him to move this plant pot to level it out and bring it over here for me. I'm going to probably continue to be fairy garden stuff or something. And I didn't do any of the annuals in the pots, which that wasn't on today's agenda. And we had helpers. Morris and Striper on the mushroom. Here's Marty. I'm actually not sure where Tux is right now. He's probably in the ferns. He was around just a few minutes ago. Tuxie? Tux? Tuxie? He's not far. Well, I think we're gonna get a lot of enjoyment out of this one being in this location, and the shade will come around late afternoon, especially after the tree that's right above Ruby leaves out. So the hottest part of the day, it won't be in the sun. But this one says it likes sun to part sun, not part shade to shade, or shade to part shade, or dappled light. It says it likes sun, so we keep it watered. It's a nice spot for it there. I'm excited about it. And I think we get the other red one in the front in a planter. It's fine where it is. It could stay in that pot for a year or two, at least until next spring if it needed to be. I think that'll be really pretty along the front of the house too. I've got 2 more things to plant, as I said, when I get home. Yeah, that'll look nice. If we didn't need into the front porch underneath from the bluebird box side, we'd plant it, you know, more up in that spot. But there, you know, there's a gated door on the end there, lattice work door, so we can't put it there. But I've got 2 more things to plant when I come home, and I really do need to plant them because the loose dirt is there in containers and stuff, and I don't know when we're supposed to get rain, but it'd be my luck I would leave it out there for a day or 2. Because the plants are still in the pot, they're just set down in the hole, and then it would rain, and then the dirt that I needed to refill the hole would be a muddy mess, and it'd just be better if I get dirt underneath my fingernails and put them in the ground. Oh no, I looked at my fingernails and I actually scrubbed them with the nail brush, but they need a little more work. Oh well, I got grounded today, literally. So this afternoon, Ruby is routing me into the left lane to follow my route when I'm making a right turn. I've already moved myself back to the right twice. Is she gonna route me into the left lane again? Yeah, I really don't understand ever getting in the left lane to follow the route when I'm making a right turn, which is not for 4.6 miles away. This lane is a little slow right now, and I understand, you know, the changing lanes to go around slower traffic, or however that one is phrased. I get it. But, you know, not to follow the route, moving to the lane opposite the direction I'll eventually be taking. That's just weird. I'm on time, 2:19 to grab Johnny. We got to stop and pick up his altered Tux pants on the way back through town. Not to be confused with Tux the cat, but the pants that actually go to his tuxedo. Next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday is the prom, and they're going to start out at the WRAL Azalea Gardens for pictures like they did last year, and then go to a steakhouse and then go to the prom. I was relieved to hear that it sounds like one of the parents has a suburban type vehicle and is going to cart around a bunch of the kids. Yeah, now she says she's changing for faster lane. And I get that. I do. I get that movement. But back there, you just have to trust me that she moved me. And the speed drops to 45 there. So she slowed. She slowed to 45. And I have to bump it back up to like 52 because if I don't, not to mention the fact that I'm now in the left lane, but if I don't, you know, I'll get run over out here. Nobody's slowing down. She saw that was yellow really quick. I would be so happy with FSD if we could just fix the craziness with the navigation. I'll stop complaining about it now. It's not going to get any better until, I don't know if it's a map thing or an FSD thing or a both thing, but yeah, it won't get fixed until either maps or the code or the FSD code or both get updated. For a minute I thought that was Michelle because there's all these stickers on the back of the car, but it's not. But it is a Town and Country and it's the right color. Not exactly the same year, I don't think. And I like the kitty cat that's part of the rear wiper blade area. It's supposed to makes the wiper blade the cat's tail. That was pretty cute. Oh goodness. Hi there, buddy. Hi. Hello. I edited yesterday's video since we've been home, and Donna and I watched a few YouTubes, and God, it's 5 o'clock. Where did the day go? But I'm going to go plant those 2 last plants. And Don, we did clean out the leaves under the house, the plastic, brought it outside and did some other stuff. And he's got to tuck everything back under the house. And we just got a few more tasks to handle out here. You going to help Tux? Huh? You going to help? Good boy.
Tree elves? I mean, really? He already built a tree castle already?
He put it up there. He was being cute with me. He's maintained his smile all day, even in the face of dirt and digging.
Yeah. And this got her a hook.
A hook for a hanging basket,
And
yeah.
You got another place for a...
Another castle piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta have tree elves. Everybody knows that.
That's right. I have another door in the house to come out and put up against some tree.
Yeah. Well, the reason it was probably that way is I didn't tell you that this dog was really stout stuff, and that little saw, I was going to have to walk and get the other saw. So
Aw.
like, I think I'll just whack them off even.
We hate it. We lost half of it, but
Yeah.
it hasn't been doing great for
This
several
tree-
years. And
this tree was here when I moved in.
well, of course it was. And they dug around the septic tank with it and everything.
Yeah.
So we are tidying up. Don took out the tree over there near the elderberry, and there was one in the front yard. I had him go with his, I guess I didn't get a picture of that today, his thing he uses to manhandle haul things out of the ground. And I got the deciduous dogwood here and the elderberry. Those were the 2 things since this morning. And I've mulched stuff and I've watered stuff, and Don's been doing all the heavy lifting, and I've been doing the, you know, overseeing. And he came out and he put the trellis up for this piece of wisteria. This is not your roadside wisteria. This is a Guardian Angel. This is the real compact grape purple berry stuff. And I've noticed several times today there's a black cap chickadee in this box. Not the little brown nuthatch that we were hoping for, but a black cap chickadee has made a home in there. I planted the salvia, and I did this drop in over here into that pot. But I'm done until I get more dirt. I need more dirt. And I was going to do the annuals on a separate day. The ones I have and more to buy. You need me to sit down and give you some love? Okay. He's been following me around. He's a good boy.